What's crack? Granny coming here. First of all, I want to apologise about the terrible quality. I have it's my sister's wedding tomorrow, so I couldn't even get this review out earlier because I was getting ready for that. Like I had to pack shit and all that. But yeah, the reason for terrible quality is because I have to charge my camera for tomorrow. So I'm just gonna use my webcam for this. The thing I don't like about it is all fucking mirrored image crap. Like I think. If I look at the video, it's like I'm on the opposite side. Put my left arm up. Oh, look, my right arm. You know, like my tattoo's on the wrong fucking arm on this camera. So yeah. Anyway, first of all, I do want to apologise that it's late because I've just been busy all day. And then when I finally got some free time, my friends asked me to come out for a few drinks, so I said, "Fuck it, I will." I was in the mood for a game of bingo on a pint, and it wasn't even just for me. We had to split it between us. But yeah, it was a bit of fun here, but. I'm not doing a review on fucking drinking, like, so. Yeah, this is my review. It's late, I know. Like I've already said, I have my reasons. But I still should have gotten it out earlier. I mean, I had at least half an hour gap in between going out and being finished getting ready. But yeah, anyway, I'm trying to make this kind of a quick review. It's already 2:30. I don't even fucking watch. I don't know why I did that. It's 2:30 right now, my time, so it's quite late. Like, so I won't speak very loud, and I'm in my kitchen. That's why it's completely different background. Everyone's in bed, so I don't want to wake anybody up. So I'll just do it down in my kitchen. But yeah, let's get on with the chapter. So first, it was a decent chapter, but that's not where I should start. Where I started is obviously the start of the chapter. Sorry, I'm still a bit drunk, by the way. But it should be a bit of fun. We're even drunk. Anyway, enough with the fucking being drunk thing and going and drinking. I'm being busy. I have to get on with the chapter. So the chapter starts off basically. We see Ichigo, and the first thing anyone says in it is Ishin saying, "How do you plan to get back there?" So we know he's going to the Royal Realm. Like Ichigo just had a blank expression. He's like, he didn't say anything. He was just like, he was thinking, I'm not sure how the hell am I actually going to get back. And then Mira, Oetsu's creations, Zanpakuto, bollocks crap, came to get Ichigo, and she's like, "Oh yeah, the perfect time, just the only time we could pick you up. Master sent you back for a day only." So that whole flashback went on for a fucking day. Like, I mean, that's. Assuming this means 24 hours, I can't remember if it's day or night. If it's night, understandable. I could see it going on from like say 10 p.m. to like 6 in the morning or some crap like that. But I can't say this was 24 hours worth of talking, you know. I know it looks like I'm not even. This is not related to chat. I know it looks like I'm not even looking at the camera. It's because I'm actually looking at myself on the fucking screen here, and I don't like that. I like to be looking at the camera, but because the camera's so fucking small, I can't even see anything. But yeah, ignore that. I'm just drunk being weirdo. But yeah, after that, then obviously she takes him back to Uetsu, and Uetsu's like, bring out the Asauchi, and then immediately Ichigo just puts his immediately we see the Asauchi just kind of kneeling down to Ichigo, and Uetsu's like, "Whoa, what the hell's going on here?" Like, and then Ichigo just puts his hand out to one hollow and is like, "You're the one," and then or not hollow, Asauchi, and he goes, "You're the one," and then the kind of darkness on the body just kind of disappears, and you can see it has the Ichigo's hollow mask, which is pretty fucking cool, I have to admit. I mean, I really like that hollow mask. It's probably my third favorite actually. Sorry, favorite was Lisa's hollow mask, and then it was Rose's hollow mask because it was different because it actually protruded, and like, you know, not just like basic horn. It was actually like the front of the mask. The whole mask basically came out. But yeah, Rose didn't even appear in this chapter, so I shouldn't even talk about it. But yeah, that happened. And then Oetsu's like, "Oh, okay, then I'll make sure to reforge his Zanpakuto personally." And then we switch over from Ichigo and we go to just, you know, Division Barracks. I think it's the first division. A lot of reviewers are saying it's the first division because of the guy teaching. I don't actually know personally. I don't recognize the guy. Normally I'd recognize him in any character in Bleach, but him I just. He's obviously not that important if I can't remember. But yeah, it cuts to them, and he's teaching them basically, you know, using the Zanpakuto and shit like that. And then two of the guys, one guy talks to some other guy, he's like, so the whole hits guy living in his Bankai thing, and the other guy's like, "Don't talk to me, we're in the middle of a lesson." And the other guy's like, oh, this is basically the end because he doesn't have his Bankai, and then they get given out to by your man who's training them. Two seconds later, hits a guy who walks your door, and he's just like, can you teach me? Because he lost his Bankai. And I actually really respected him for this because he's going back to learn the basics simply because I assume most captains rely on their Bankai and Shikai. As far as I know, they all still have their Shikai. I'm not 100% sure on that, but as far as I know, they still have their Shikai. But if they don't, well then, fair enough. But I respect the fact that he's going back to learn the basics so he can still fight in the war. Because, I mean, think about it, he's a young captain, he just lost his ace of spades, you could say. I don't know, I don't even know if that makes sense, but fuck it. It makes sense in my world, so yeah, whatever. But yeah, he says that basically, and that he wants to go back to the beginning, so they're like, yeah, join in, and then you basically just see him using the sword to practice. After that, we cut to Kensai and Hisagi. Now, this part I really liked because I don't know, the translation could have simply been wrong, but it either implied that Kensai has Bankai, or Kensai's trying to, Hisagi has Bankai. Did I say Kensai? I don't know. But it either confirmed that Hisagi has Bankai, or that Kensai wants to teach him Bankai, or force him to use it. This is a very different way to learn Bankai from any of the different captains, as far as I know. Even Ichigo didn't learn it this way. He basically just had to keep on fighting until he eventually used it. But but yeah, that happens, and then Hisagi's like, I can't just use my Bankai whenever, like. So again, I don't know if this kind of makes sense that he would have Bankai, but it's something that's said later that kind of I'm not 100% sure on. But then Mashiro comes out and Kensai tells her to use her Hollow Mask to attack him, and so she does. And Kensai says, I didn't lose my Bankai in this fight, but who says I won't in the next fight? So we need more people to know how to use Bankai. And so that kind of it kind of differs from the fact that does he actually have Bankai, or is Kensai trying to teach him to use Bankai so they can have more? That part kind of confused me, so we won't know until we actually find out. But from the looks of it, he does have Bankai, because Kensai then says, "You will possibly die here because I'm not as soft as Tosin is, basically." So there's that. And then Hisagi gets pissed off about that, and he's like, "Don't badmouth Tosin." And then it just cuts away from him. It goes to Tetsuzaimon, who's I think he's either doing push-ups, lifting a rock, or punching a rock. I don't fucking know. We're not actually sure. But I think it is push-ups because he goes 998, and then it says 1,000. But if you notice in the bottom left panel where it says 998, there is another speech bubble that I don't think was translated in a lot of translators' things. I think that might have said 999. I'm not 100% sure, obviously, because I don't speak Japanese. And not very much anyway. I speak the basics of crap you hear in anime all the time, like back and shit like that. But that has nothing to do with it. Anyway, yeah. So I reckon he was just doing push-ups. And then he wonders, where's Captain Kamamura gone? He's been in that cave for so long, he hasn't come out yet. So we switch over to Kamamura, and I really like this part because I'm a huge Kamamura fan. And he walks into the cave, and all you hear is, who's there? Or who is this? Or something. And then Kamamura says, hello, Ojiji-sama. Which, in one translation says Ojiji-sama, and another one says my lord. So, I doubt it's relative. I'd say the my lord one made more sense. It's just they didn't translate the whole Ojiji-sama thing. Which I think means either old man or something like that. Because Ji-san I think means old man. Or Oji-san, I'm not sure. But yeah, he says that, and then we see this massive dog thing, and he's like, you have some nerve coming back here. And then the chapter ends. I thought that was fucking cool, because I've been waiting for years to find out about Kamamura. Why is he a wolf? He's completely different from any other character in the series, like, you know what I mean? And I should do reviews drunk more often, because I haven't even took a break yet. Like, sometimes I might make the odd mistake and just cut that part out. I haven't done that yet. whatever. There's something to do with that. Again, I said it like 6 times already. But yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. Like, we're finally going to find out some more about Kamamura. And the next chapter, it could simply drift away from him and go on about another character. I hope it doesn't. Now, I know a lot of people are saying, oh no, not another flashback. I don't think it's going to be a flashback. I think they'll talk. They'll mention a few things from his past, and we'll maybe see a page 2 or 3 of flashback, or even just, you know, random panels of a flashback that don't really show much. And Kamamura will be like, oh, I need training, I lost my Bankai in a fight, and then the dog will be like, oh yeah, you're an idiot, or something like that. And I think the chapter after that might get maybe a few more pages flashback. I reckon the next few chapters will be based on him. Not a lot of chapters, not as much as this, obviously about 2 or 3. 3 max anyway. Can't say any more than 3. I can barely see more than 2. But yeah, that's one thing I've always wanted to find out. I know the Elite Ace also mentioned that. He said if you could ask Kubo anything, that'd be one of them, like, what the hell is Kamamura? So I think a lot of people would want to ask him that, especially fans of Kamamura. Now, I want to go back to the start of the chapter for this part. Another reviewer, Charles's Anime World, I'll put a link in the description for his channel. Great reviewer. He mentioned the fact that is Zangetsu gone? Because we never really, I haven't heard about Zangetsu since the Aizen fight. Like, so I'm curious, is he gone as well? Like that, I didn't even think about that until he brought it up. I'm very curious on that myself. Is Zangetsu gone? I think he might be, because I don't, obviously not definitely gone. We don't know yet. Like, but I have a feeling he's gone. I think Zangetsu wasn't Ichigo's real Zanpakuto form, because everything Ichigo did, he kind of rushed into it. He never really worked towards getting a proper Shikai. I mean, yeah, Urahara obviously knew what he was doing. He obviously knew how to quickly get Shikai, and obviously he knew how to get quickly Bankai because he's done it before. Like, but yeah, I personally think Zangetsu's gone, and personally, I wouldn't really mind if he was. I was never really that interested in Zangetsu. I mean, yeah, he's cool and all that. Whenever there was an Ichigo training sim with Zangetsu, I was just like, I hope it skips this. Luckily, last time it did, even though Zangetsu looked pretty cool at the time. Well, I just wasn't really all that interested, to be honest. I'm also really tired, if you haven't noticed, but I'm getting this review out anyway. I promised I would. I know it's late, but I'm going to get it out regardless, like I said I would. Yeah, I personally really like the Hitsugaya part. It shows that he's definitely still trying to work at being a captain. Because, I mean, how many other captains can you see going back to basics? I certainly cannot see Soifon or Byakuya going back to the basics. I could see Kamamura. But I think Kamamura has enough brute force himself to not actually need to go back to the basics, but kind of learn other stuff. He could probably improve on Kido a bit, I'd imagine, because we've never seen him use it. At least not properly, I don't think. Yeah, I don't think we've ever seen him use Kido. But yeah, I think he could maybe work on that. But obviously, he's gone to this dog thing for a reason. Tetsu's own man, I want to see more of him. We've seen his Shikai. We know what it does. It does fuck all. It's just a physical type Zanpakuto. As far as we can see, it does fuck all. It just makes him stronger from the looks of it. But I want to find out more about him. I want to find out his fucking name, Zanpakuto. Now, about Shuhei having Bankai, I fucking hope he has Bankai. Shuhei is the vice captain everyone imagined would have Bankai. It's usually him or Matsumoto, and to an extent, Izuru. What the fuck is going on with Izuru? Right? He disappeared near the fucking start of this arc, and we haven't seen him at all. I imagine my fucking Irish accent's properly coming out here right now. But yeah, Izuru, is he dead or alive? No one knows. Kubo never confirmed it. It's basically showing that, yeah, he's probably dead. But I mean, in Bleach, no one's dead unless it's confirmed. Yamamoto died against Aizen, and yet he was still alive. So I really don't know the whole Izuru thing. So far, to me, I don't know if he's alive or dead. I can't make an opinion on it because, yeah, he lost half his body. We've seen that happen to Matsumoto. She was fine. Yeah, I know Izuru lost more. Matsumoto was fine. Now she's running around like nothing happened. It's only 17 months later. You don't recover from that kind of shit that fast, like, unless, you know, Unohana probably healed her definitely properly when they go home, I reckon. So they should do that to Izuru. We don't know because she went off to fight Kenpachi, so we don't even know if Izuru is still alive. I like Izuru. Wouldn't mind if he's alive, but I also think it'd be pretty cool if he's dead because, you know, more character deaths. Him and Yamamoto would be the only ones we got killed. Even though Byakuya, as most of us say, should have died. I know a lot of people are like, oh yes, he's not dead. But come on, he should have died. Why am I even talking about this? This has nothing to do with the chapter. But yeah, that's basically my review for today. This was meant to be a really quick review, and I just noticed it's gone up 15 and a half minutes. This is what happens when I'm drunk. I just continue to talk. Thanks for watching. Anyway, I'm going to give this chapter an 8.5 out of 10. I liked it. I liked pretty much everything about it. It wasn't perfect, obviously. I've given 2 chapters since I started reviewing 10 out of 10, and before that was a long time before I gave anything 10 out of 10. But I'm giving this one an 8.5 out of 10. Could have got 9 out of 10 easily, but I don't know. I just feel 8.5 is a decent score for it. So yeah, sorry about the bad quality again. It probably won't happen next week. I doubt it'll happen next week. I'll be more tired during my review next week. That's because I start college. So, but yeah, thanks for watching. This is Green Academy. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'll talk to you later.